2v2 faction battle tournament. This is a semi-final game 1 on Hydra's Chasm. Blue team. For the Space Marines, first up we have Dark Riku's Apothecary support commander that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Alongside, Codex's Force commander fights in melee combat, good offense, can also tank, disrupt and support with some buffs. Red team, for the Eldar, we have 2 Warlocks. First up is Adila, and alongside is GiDDoLo. These guys are melee commanders with awesome disruption and good mobility, can also tank damage with the right war gear. West side is where both of the natural victory points are. First up in the southwest we have Space Marines, looks like Riku and Adila over here, and towards the northwest is the Eldar. East where the contested VP is, and a whole bunch of resource points as well on the eastern edge. What is this? Howling Banshees for GiDDoLo. Looks like they're trying to flank straight away. Tactical Marines could get caught here. They're pushing forward, as you can see. Howling Banshees on the field of both Eldar players, as you'd expect, versus Space Marines. Agile melee with power melee weapons, and this could be nasty if Riku doesn't realise in time. I think he has seen them now and is backing off. 498 500 very early on, 1-to-1 cap, and everything flees. Tactical Marines do not lose a model. We might see a retreat grenade there, trying to get one. There's the attempt, beautifully done, and does get a Tactical Marine. Awesome play from Adila. Howling Banshees hitting power. 498 490. There's the 2-to-1 for the Space Marines. Shuriken cannon on the way for GiDDoLo. Howling Banshees chopping up the node. Dire Avengers weighing in with some fire, getting that aspect very early, which paid off big time for Adila there. 75 requisition to reinforce a single Tactical Marine. Howling Banshees in amongst his squad. There's the battle cry from the Force Commander. Force Commander can really help you deal with Banshees in first engagements. Battle cry is pretty awesome. That damage buff and that special attack over and over again. 494 487. Warlock taking range fire from scouts. Here come Tactical Marines as well. Both have bolters, but the scout bolters don't do nearly as much damage as Tactical Marine bolters. 478 487. There's the double cap. Dire Avengers need to run away. Tactical Marines were moving in for melee there, and they might be able to decap the victory point. Are we going to see Flamers? Not yet, saving their power to get Assault Marines on the field. Both, I think we've seen this in every game, haven't we? Tactical Marines into Assault Marines. I think Dark Riku went Devastators first in one of the games. You have double Guardian Weapon teams for GiDDoLo. Tactical Marines running away from Howling Banshees, backed up by the Guardian Weapon team. Scouts also fleeing, but they did take that contested power on the west. Eldar capping up the eastern edge. Codex struggling to outcap the Eldar on this side so far, as you'd expect. Assault Marines jumping in on Dire Avengers. Doing well, getting a couple of models. A late retreat there from GiDDoLo. I think it was really wanting to decap this point. I think it was already decapped though. 415 487. Assault Marines jumping the Shuriken before it even set up, but Howling Banshees are right there with their washout, suppressing those Assault Marines. Shuriken backs off, and there's another one as well. And Assault Marines need to back away because they don't have the energy to jump for a third time so quickly. Might see a power harass. Riku losing his Apothecary and seems confused as to what happened or something. Assault Marines in amongst the Shuriken. Warlock is there, as you'd expect, with the Merciless Switchblade. Such an awesome weapon versus Apothecary, especially draining energy from the Apothecary and from the Assault Marines with each hit. And these guys losing a model there. Retreat grenade, this could be nasty. If you can do this right, it could wipe both of these guys. He's trying to fleet ahead to get a good position. I think he might have lost the impetus. Yeah, waited too long, was trying to find the right place. Warlock with that awesome leap, knocking down 3 models there, did it? At least 2 of them. 352 487. There's the ranged attack from the Merciless Switchblade with that awesome knockback, and Champion's Robe is on the way. The Merciless Switchblade drains energy but doesn't return energy to the Warlock like the Apothecary's Power Axe, for example. There's a Merciless Switchblade up for both of the Warlocks, as you'd expect. Down goes a Scout. A very nice plasma grenade on the Tactical Marines takes out a model. These guys getting a flamer. I think they wanted to hit the power with it, but they're forced to retreat. Assault Marines waiting for some energy to jump, perhaps. 330, 487. Looks like Codex is going to try and make his way over to revive. He has the Storm Shield up. And Artificer, so he's going for a very, very tough Force Commander here. The very imaginatively named Defend ability given to him by this Chainsword will make him immune to suppression and allies around him as well, but does lower your speed slightly while it's active. Scout Squad fully upgraded for Codex with Sergeant and Shotguns. Tier 2 for Riku, the first player to go, and it got Devastators on the field as well. Apothecary is revived and the Force Commander levels to 2. Halfway through that level as well, there's the Devastators, and Adila doesn't have a whole lot to deal with them. It's very narrow over here as well, so apart from flanking, he's going to have to be very, very cute with his movement. Riku coming over to the east side to help out, leaving his Devastators west, and there's the jump on the other Shuriken. Can he get some models off these guys? Here come Howling Banshees. This is going to be dangerous. They will be able to jump out, though, just need 3 more energy. Now they can jump out, but Codex helps with his Assault Marines anyway. 286, 487. Tactical Marines with Flamer in there. Warlock with his Champion's Robe up for GiDDoLo. Trying to get another model off these scouts. Losing 2. Needs to be careful. Double Assault Marines in his retreat path. 275, 287. Double Shurikens will set up, but the Tactical Marines do take down that generator. Did they get 2 of them? They might have. There is the Defend. Turns it on and off briefly to give suppression immunity, and now he's going to try and rush this Guardian Weapon Team. The Storm Shield also gives 20% range damage resistance to the Force Commander while it's equipped, I believe, and gives him plus 100 health, as you can see there. 266, 487. Howling Banshees moving in. Doesn't help you against Power Swords though. Tactical Marines knocked over. Howling Banshees going straight for them and tanking Assault Marines, but they do need to retreat. That was very, very risky from GiDDoLo. Looks like he's just about got away with it here. 40 hit points on those Howling Banshees. 266, 278. Dire Avengers, I should say, having a very strange retreat there, but they do get away, losing all but 1 model. That was quite bleed happy there from GiDDoLo. How much does it cost to reinforce Banshees? 40 requisition. It's not cheap. Dire Avengers do have their aspect. Tactical Marines getting away with 3 models and 220 hit points or thereabouts when they started retreating. That is very lucky. Can he get an Assault Marine? I don't think so. 266, 458. There's the 2-to-1 for the Space Marines. What is Adila talking about? I'm not sure. Feels like he tried something and it did no damage. I might have tried a Destructor or something. This Devastator making Adila's life very, very stressful on his side. He is tier 2, could get a Wraith Lord. Might see it, though it is kind of risky with Tactical Marines and Assault Marines both able to deal with vehicles somewhat. Razorback is up there for Riku, and a Dreadnought on the way for Codex. Tier 3 for Adila, wow. Big risk. Tactical Marines going to take this Western power. Can they push on and hit this one? Not moving his Devastators up. There's a Waveway Gate right there. Have they spotted it? Scouts are inside. Oh, here they are. They don't have a Sergeant, but they have spotted the Webway Gate there. 252, 449. Codex recapping his power. Howling Banshees getting the Rex up for GiDDoLo, I should say, and they have Aspect of Fleetness. Adila's with Aspect of Strength, and they are going to flank through this middle section. Looks like Riku is live to it. 241, 449. Here come the Howling Banshees. There's the War Shout going straight after the Apothecary here. Assault Marines jumping in with a passive jump, that is, and there's a Plasma Grenade. Nicely done for Adila. Use the distraction to get close to the Devastators, but they don't lose a model. 228, 449. Shuriken forced off a good engagement all in all for Riku. Perhaps slightly lucky not to lose a Devastator there, and they get their heal and are right back into the fight. Dreadnought now is up. Walker vehicle for Space Marine starts off with 2 close combat weapons and that wrist mounted flamer. There's the defend again. Howling Banshees have aspects of fleetness over here, so they can't do much to the Dreadnought, and that is painful. He's going to need some very hard AV now. 211, 449. He's gone for a Falcon, maybe some Fire Dragons alongside. Riku pushing hard on west. Adila is tier 3 and has a D cannon. Very long range artillery piece with an awesome instant moving projectile. Boom. Only just hit those scouts though. Both Banshees are still level 1, are they? They are. And Codex pushing hard on east. Looks like it's turning into a very good tier 2 for the Space Marines. Adila taking a huge risk going tier 3. Could have got a Wraith Lord, could have got a Wraith Guard, could have got anything out. 211, 433 I should say. Assault Squad are going to be annoying and decap stuff. Force Commander runs away and he decapped that Rick point. Look at the map turning blue. Dreadnought backing away, got a little bit of XP. What's this? Dire Avengers trying to hit power. Or flank or something. Falcon is there. Support vehicle for Eldar allows you to reinforce and transport allied units, much like this Razorback. For the Space Marines, Falcon is a bit more expensive, has a bit more offense to it as well. 211, 414. D cannon pushing up slightly. There's a Bright Lance there as well. So he no longer has that suppression up here. Trying to retake this western power. Adila biding his time. He knows he has the VP lead. And calls out the 2. Here comes Riku. Razorback, Tactical Marines and Assault Marines. He's going to jump something. There he goes. Codex jumped in away. And full retreat from GiDDoLo. He's not going to try and fight 2 players. Melter Bomb goes up on the Falcon, snaring its movement. But as you can see, it can still fire, unlike when you use Haywire grenades. 211, 405. Another Melter Bomb. This could hard stun it, I think. Yes. Well, hard stop its movement in a way, but the first one wears off, so it can move again. Power getting hit. Adila has pushed through on the west side, takes down a node and caps the VP and that western power. Is now refacing his stuff, wary of a flank from Riku. Down goes the Razorback. Wow. D cannon is actually a really good anti-vehicle, since that thing will also always hit, I should say, unlike plasma cannons and blast masters and things. Adila taking the opportunity to cap up this west side. Devastator will take the building, and Autark is going to jump right on their face. Takes out 2 models, good grief, and stuns that stuff. Dire Avengers decapping the power. That is good passage of play for Adila, taking opportunity to quickly cap up this side, take down the power, and did some serious damage to those Devastators as well. Assault Marines in amongst the Shuriken with their Sergeant, gives them a power sword. 184, 405. The Eldar might get a brief triple. No, they won't. These guys are not capping. Dreadnought still being a nuisance. Plasma grenade thrown in. Missile launcher almost hit the Warlock flush there. 177, 405. Assault Marines jumping in. Codex trying to be aggressive, keep the pressure up on this east side. Inspiration from the Dreadnought. And Falcon needs to be careful. Dreadnought will tear it apart in close combat. 177, 405. There's the 1-to-1. Riku pushing up on the west is going to decap at least. There's the 2-to-1. Might see a double, maybe even a triple. D cannon sets up. I've not seen a singularity yet. Boom. Look at the damage it does though. 177, 393. Assault Marines jumping away, not wanting to risk a model loss there. Might get a heal. There we go. Autark on the field for Adila. You saw her dropped earlier. Boom. D cannon does take a model off. That was some insane range. Look at that. Autark has a decent power sword by default. Can't remember the DPS. Probably 40 or 50 odd. But if she gets a spear, it's a 65 DPS power melee weapon if she gets that thing. Tier 3 for all players now. Riku already there, and he's floating a lot of resources as well. Could get Terminators, but he might be waiting for Land Raider Redeemer here. Adila looks like he's waiting for an avatar maybe. 177, 354. 2-to-1 cap for the Space Marines. Codex will be the last to hit tier 3. Doesn't quite have the red for Terminators, but could get a Predator very quickly. Codex with the teleport pack. Teleports right into trouble though. No suppression, but taking a lot of damage as it gets close, but does get into range of the Shuriken. This is a level 4 Force Commander. 1249 hit points, look at that. Apothecary still level 1, fully kitted out, mastercrafted bolter, armor of purity, and the improved medical equipment allows them to sit back, disable commanders with full auto, and throw out heals left and right.
Understood.
There's 200 energy at level 1 with improved medical equipment, which is pretty ridiculous, and awesome energy regen too. Adila again taking the opportunity. Every time Riku doubles, he's pushing hard on this west side, trying to punish him for that. Terminators do hit the field for Riku and teleport away from the Howling Banshees. Look at the damage they do with those Storm Portals of theirs. Banshees don't lose the model, but now they do. The cannon shot, Banshees retreat. We might see Stern Guard. Tactical Marines are only level 2, 171, 330, and full retreat for Adila, but he did cap up that side. There's a 2-1 for the Eldar, slowly whittling down the VPs, but now they are in Space Marine Tier 3 territory, which is never a good idea. Codex floating a lot. Can't drop Terminators though because it doesn't have the Zeal. Might see a Land Raider Redeemer on this side. This Dreadnought has been awesome. Hasn't leveled though. It's really caused problems for GiDDoLo. Hasn't really been able to deal with it effectively. Deciding to go Tier 3 rather than get dedicated anti-vehicle, and choosing to keep the Shuriken instead of getting a Bright Lance. Maybe Adila should take his Bright Lance over to the east side now that Riku doesn't have that Razorback. Boom! D-Cannon killing some Tactical Marines. Killed the Sergeant. What is this? A Singularity obviously. Terminators taking a lot of damage from a Bright Lance. There's the Singularity. Boom! Devastators losing 2 models, and Avatar of Cain on the way for Adila. 159, 299. Warlock leaping into those Terminators, but can't knock them down because they have fat Terminator armor. Warlock in amongst them as well. Oh, we're going to see a fusion gun from her. Really like the fusion gun. Don't see it often because it's a Tier 3 upgrade, unfortunately. 157, 297 usually already has her spear by then. Falcon with the energy field makes it into a very tough vehicle, and GiDDoLo is using it well so far. Dreadnought backs off, lost half of its hit points. Eldar starting to look quite tasty right now. Codex goes for a Predator tank. Really thought he was going to get a Land Raider. I think he wants Terminators. 135, 297. Avatar almost 3/4 of the way done for Adila. That tooltip says it all. The God of War. Don't really want to mess with that guy. Level 2 Warlock for GiDDoLo. Level 3 Warlock for Adila. Going for Warp Throw. Had the channeling runes, but lost his Banshees, so not much to support with them. Heart of Darkness for GiDDoLo. All 4 commanders, I should say, are fully kitted out. Predator taking tons of damage. Good grief. D-Cannon and that Bright Lance, that is painful. Was that a bad choice? 104, 297. I think he needs to lead with that Dreadnought and bring the Predator in behind. 99, 297. Here is the Avatar super unit for Eldar. Passively buffs nearby allies and is no slouch in combat either. Here comes Riku with the assist. Adila instantly pushing forward on that west side every time he does this. 2-1 for the Eldar. 87, 297. Space Marines running out of time, but they will take this east side back. But it looks like they're going to lose the west side. What is this? It's Devastators trying to stop this cap. Distort field up on the Dire Avenger's global ability of the Warlock allows them to finish a decap. Avatar's going to come and hurt them a lot. Predator tank now up for Riku. Auto cannon on top. Heavy bolters on the sponsons. And power decapped. Here comes Riku back again though. 78, 297. Falcon might go down. Looks like it's E8, I should say. A melter bomb. Taking missile hits. Dire Avengers need to repair. There we go. Needs to keep moving. Gonna get a rear armor hit. Wow, the shield completely goes down, but does absorb all of that. And the Tactical Marines are forced off. That was so risky from GiDDoLo. Judged it very well. And the D-Cannon getting a retreat hit there, as you saw. 78, 297. Riku taking his natural back with the very low health Apothecary, who's only hit level 2. Avatar taking shots from the Predator tank. Terminators looked like they were trying to chase it down with some power fist hits, but give up the chase. Warlock does have her spear. She's level 2, inspires on every kill, as you saw there. Whenever you see those thick yellow circles emanating through a unit, it means it has inspired. And there we saw it again, and the Assault Marine is losing a model to that Warlock. Level 2 ASM. Are we going to see Vanguard veterans here to get some power melee attacks on the Avatar, perhaps? 78-293. So 1-to-1. Dreadnought still going. Has the Dark Age of technology now, up to 1500 hit points at level 1. Here come those tactical marines. What level are these guys? Level 2. The cannon is still there. Right lance now on this side from GiDDoLo. And Eldar are retaining the east side for now. Assault Marines tying up the Bright Lance. With the Falcon, eat a melter bomb there. 71-293. Banshee's coming in for the flank with aspect of fleetness. Warlock just about getting away, or does he? 67-293. Riku pushing the west side, but he's not decapping. Now he is. 64-293. Adila coming back out of base. This Avatar needs to get his groove on. He's standing around posing at the moment, or not, waiting for the warp throw. And the Avatar does nasty splash damage. There's the Wrath of Cain, pretty much wasted there. Does take down a tactical marine though, not too bad. Banshees do not want it to run into that. 51-293. D cannon gets jumped, should probably put it into the garrison. Looks like it's going for it. There we go, 47-293. Eldritch Storm on this side, disabling and heavily damaging both of these vehicles. Down goes the Predator tank. Dreadnought just about alive, 95 hit points. There's the 1-to-1. Bright Lance unable to reset up and finish it off. Codex does start this thing moving. Fearsome fight on both sides. Riku still putting pressure here. Avatar can't cap. Warlock going to do so. Down goes the Predator tank. Riku, I think it was taken out by the D cannon. Look at that range, that is insane. Can't actually see the firing arc because it's in the garrison. Riku, surprised it could shoot that far. I'm reasonably surprised as well. It's already over here. 44-264. Double cap for the Space Marines. Have a lot of VPs to make up though. Over 200, and another Avatar is on the way. Adila replacing his Howling Banshees late game, as you saw, with their Exarch and Aspect of Strength. Avatar pushing all the way forward, keeping Riku off, way off the natural VP. And we might see the Warlock try and decap here. 44-255. Devastators are still around for Riku. Now have a las cannon. Will do a lot of damage and snare this Avatar. We might see a really big Wailing Doom. There it is. Riku walking right into it. Tried to dodge it, I think, but it hits the las cannon, almost whapping those Devastators. How many times have they been nearly wiped? They've still got 2 models though. Warlock does decap. There's a double cap for the Eldar. This might be it. There's Angels of Death, global ability of the Apothecary. 19-255. Eldar have the east. Codex unable to push back with what he has at the moment, and the Avatar on that side should seal it up. But here's the double, and it should be a victory for the Eldar in the first game. I think Warlock lives, does she? And she does live. Might have been killed by that singularity, but we will never know, because the Eldar take it with a 2-to-1, 255 VPs on the counter. Space Marines did rally at the end, but Eldar holding on strong. Adila, risky early tier 3, but did get the Avatar out, and it did make a difference as well. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you in the next game. 1-0 to the Eldar.